Hello everyone! Welcome to It's Crochet O'Clock. My name is Stephanie and this is my first live back in a month. It has been a month since we have had a live chat. 2020 hit me hard, guys. I am so sorry, but I am so excited to be back with you guys tonight. That is the longest since I started my channel and started doing my lives. That is the longest that I have ever gone without doing a live. I was not okay, you guys, but I'm super happy to be back. If this is your first time ever participating in a live chat on YouTube, please remember that you must be logged into your YouTube account if you want to participate in the chat that is going on. And while you're at it, make sure that you select the drop down button and change it from top chat to live chat. Sometimes it defaults over to top chat, then you're going to miss some of the comments that are going on in live chat, and we don't want that to happen for you. A little disclaimer before we start. Again, if you're new and you don't know, we have the three Musketeers here. That is Freaky, Sue, and Anthony. They are harmless, they are locals, I promise you, but if you say something and a pun can be made out of it, one of them is going to make a pun out of it. We also have a couple other folks who play off of them and are kind of vying for the D'Artagnan position. So it's all in good fun. We like to poke fun at each other here, so please don't get offended by it. Why, thank you, everybody. Oh, they were going through It's Crochet O'Clock withdrawal. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. Didn't mean to leave you. Yes, I am doing much better. Thank you so much. It was crazy. A month ago, I got into some coconut, and almost everybody here knows I am severely allergic to coconut. Seriously allergic to coconut. And that day I was so happy. I had gotten so much done, and I went to the store because for some reason I was up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I was at Walmart at 7 o'clock and nobody was there, and it was glorious. So I bought a new dog shampoo, and for some reason, I don't know why, what possessed me to not look at the ingredients. But I didn't look at the ingredients. And I don't do that very often because coconut is in so many things. The last time I had a super bad reaction like this was about 12 years ago, and that was because of barbecue sauce. I had gone to somebody's house for a barbecue, and I ate, and the barbecue sauce had coconut oil in it, and I was in the hospital for 2 days with that one, and this one was almost that bad. I did have to go to the hospital, and they did have to pump me full of some stuff, but it was okay. I got over it, and then the next week I had a scheduled week off because I had some things going on, so I couldn't be here. And then after that, I got food poisoning. And it was bad, you guys. It was super bad. And I tried to keep everybody updated here on YouTube. You know, I posted a couple messages in the Facebook group. I was more active in the Facebook group and trying to keep everybody updated. Thank you all for the concern. Some of you guys were very concerned. I don't know why, like, some of you guys must have thought that I was trying to die or something. I assure you that is not the case. I was not trying to die at all. And then, you know, folks, people forget that not everybody lives in the same geographical area of you, and not every place is like your area. And my area is extremely rural, very rural. And I had a teleconference with a doctor, and we agreed that it was most likely food poisoning, and went through all of my symptoms and everything that I had been dealing with and what I was dealing with presently. And they advised me not to go to the hospital, because when I say hospital, please know that I use the term very, very loosely. I'm not from here. I know what a real hospital is. Most of you guys, if you were to see our hospital, it looks like a clinic. It takes less than 5 minutes to walk from one side of the daggum thing all the way over to the other. And we have, I think there's 2 or 3 urgent care facilities here. And the doctor told me that 2 of them were completely closed down because their entire staff either had COVID or they were quarantined waiting on their tests to come back. So they were closed. And that our hospital was very close to capacity, and that a huge chunk of their staff was also out with COVID or in quarantine waiting for their test results to come back because they had been around a coworker that tested positive with COVID. So it was a mess, and I am 2 hours away from a major city. And so there were a lot of people that were posting in the Facebook group, and when you don't know somebody's situation, like seriously, I was not trying to die. I'm not about that life. I'm not dying in this state. I've said that I don't know how many times. But, you know, my doctor was great. There was a team of nurses and my doctor. They called me every 4 hours on top of all of the messages that you guys were sending, and then my family checking up on me and Jennifer checking up on me and all of that. So I was just trying to nap because I was completely exhausted because I couldn't eat. 2 full weeks. I could not eat anything. It was not okay. I was not okay. But I'm better now, and I am on day 3 of being able to eat regular food and keep it down. 3 days before that, I was finally able to start eating dry toast very, very, very slowly, like 2.5 hours to eat 2 slices of dry toast, very slowly, and sipping on copious amounts of Pedialyte because I was very, very, very badly dehydrated. But I'm fine now, and I'm so thankful for it. So very thankful for it. Oh, I see they're talking about the Queen's Gambit. I got stuck on bed rest. My doctor told me last Monday that I needed to stay in bed for 2 to 3 days, and that's because I was getting very, very tired because I wasn't able to put any nourishment into my body, so I couldn't keep any energy at all. And she was afraid that because I live alone that I might faint and nobody would find me and all of that stuff. So she stuck me on bed rest and told me that I couldn't do anything. So I laid there in bed Netflixing it, and I watched the Queen's Gambit. You guys. The Queen's Gambit is phenomenal. I don't even like chess. I do not like chess, but that story is phenomenal. If you've seen it, I know you had to have seen it, and you're on Netflix, you gotta give it a go. You absolutely gotta give it a go. We hope you know we did it because we love you. Yes, I get that, but some of you guys were very strong. So I'm trying to explain to you that I wasn't trying to die. So glad you're back, yay! Where was Delbert? He should have been caring for you. Delbert lives in a drawer. And Delbert has no hands. Delbert can't do much. John said, okay, that was the best ending after the live. Encourage everyone to binge the Queen's Gambit. Yes, I completely agree. Absolutely 100. I watched a lot of stuff when I was stuck in bed for 2.5 days. That TV show, it is something. It really is something. I cannot recommend it enough, you guys. Hello, Veronica. Welcome. Glad you're not dead. Me too. There was a couple times. There was a couple times during it where I thought to myself, okay, this is it. This is how they find me. days from now, when somebody realizes this is how they find me. There was a couple times when I thought that. I'm sorry your health services aren't great, but I'm glad you're feeling better. Well, the health services here where I live, again, it's a super, super rural area. It's not okay on a good day. It's really not. But during the pandemic and how things are going, and again, you know, when the news talks about hospitals getting overwhelmed, I really don't think that they're talking about like the big cities. You know, I know what a hospital is. Like I know what a hospital is. You know, 10, 20 stories and I mean MUSC Charleston spans like 16 city blocks. It's so big. You know, I know what a hospital is. Ours are field hospitals, and I really think that this is what they're talking about. You know, people like me, and I was so sick and I was so weak that the doctor just it wasn't worth it. If it would have been on a normal day, then yes, absolutely, I would have been in the hospital. But things are not normal here over the past 2 weeks. You know, the big metropolitan areas, they got hit at the beginning of this pandemic, and we really didn't have anything happen here. Very, very, very minimal numbers here. Well, it's finally reached here. And my town, my little bitty town in New Mexico, is always number 3 on the list of the most COVID cases each day when they report it, and it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger each day, and it's kind of scary. And in rural areas, when you only have very, very few options to begin with, when your entire staff is sick with COVID, it's a really, really bad situation, a super bad situation. So, you know, but I made it. I made it. I'm very, very happy about it. Do you know what made you sick? Yes, I do know what made me sick. The only thing that could have made me sick. Can you tell me what this shawl is and where I can find it? Well, hello, Loretta. So thank you for the reminder. I'll flip back over because now I can finally tell you guys, if you guys did not read the blog post from Saturday, this right here is the shawl that you guys have been seeing here for a little while now because I was working on filming the tutorials for it so it could go out. This is Amy's Embrace. I named it after my cousin. Each little portion of the motifs and the border, like everything that's in here, each little piece has a specific meaning, and it has something to do with my cousin, who is more like my sister. So I named it after her. She asked me 3 years ago if I would design her a fancy shawl. 3 years ago. And it took me a really, really, really long time to do it. But this pattern will be released on Saturday. The patrons already have it. The patrons got access to it, and all of the video tutorials, they got access on Saturday. I know a couple of them are already working on it. Super, super excited about it. And this will be a paid for pattern because I am going to donate the first months of proceeds to one of my coworkers. She got COVID and she was out of work for 6 weeks. And we only get 80 hours of COVID pay. And she was in the hospital for 2 weeks. And it was a really bad situation. And she went a full month without pay. So I can't even imagine trying to crawl out of that hole of going a month without pay. She has custody of her 2 grandsons, and she is the only person that earns in her house. It's just her and her 2 grandbabies. So all of the proceeds from the first month are going to go to her. So technically, we are all pitching in to buy Christmas for those babies because, you know, catching up on bills and all of that is always a priority. Most of us are parents, and we understand that there's the want to do for your kids, but you also have to have electricity, you have to have water, you have to have gas, you have to have heat, you have to have food, all of that stuff. So this money, she's very proud, and I know that she won't take it from me if I try to offer it to her. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it, I'm going to put it into a card, and I'm going to sneak it into her purse at work when she's not looking. So she will just find it, and then she will have no choice but to accept it. So that's what we're doing here. We are going to buy her grandbabies, or help with a Christmas, so they can get a Christmas. That's what we're doing. Susan said, I'm glad you're better. I also had food poisoning and thought I would die at times. I couldn't leave my house for over a week. Well, it was bad, and I'm sure that me leaving my house and me continuing on going to work, because I'm stubborn like that, probably aided in how long it took me to recover from it. Because once I listened to the doctor and I called off from all of the works, and Jennifer yelled at me and told me, don't you dare pack those packages. I'm sending emails to them right now. Once I actually stayed in bed and I truly, honest to goodness, did nothing, I got better really, really quickly. Make sure you don't sign the cards so she can't return the money. That's a good idea. I wouldn't have thought about that, but that's a really good idea. She's a very, very proud woman, and I don't want her to feel bad. So I'm just gonna sneak it. Just gonna sneak it to her. That way she won't have a choice. That's what we're gonna do. I'm super excited about being able to do it for her. It was always going to be a paid for pattern, but you know, I was sitting here and I was thinking, it's just me. I don't have Christmas to buy. You know, I'm working on, oh, I need to flip my camera. I'm working on Christmas presents. You know, this is one of them that I'm starting for my kids, and I have everything that I need to make those for them, and this would be money that would just be bonus money for me. You know, it's not in my budget or anything like that. So we have an opportunity to help. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to help. My grandmother used to hide money in my car after I've driven her to appointments. I'd then hide it in her cupboards. It became a game for us. Oh, you're such a good granddaughter. Veronica said she's going to start driving, but she would listen. Okay, Veronica. Oh, you guys, what else did I watch? I broke my rule, because normally I always wait until after the complete seasons are out and then I binge them, but I was so bored and I was stuck in bed that I watched 3 episodes of the new series, or the new season of The Spanish Queen. Phenomenal. Best season yet. Phenomenal, you guys. I watched The Mandalorian, the new one, because I just couldn't wait for the Baby Yoda. I couldn't. Just couldn't. How much will it be, and will you have an additional donation option that we could help her out more if we are able? It will be $4.99, and it will be for sale on goodloopsyarn.com. You can buy the pattern there. I will put it up on Lovecrafts. It's actually at Lovecrafts right now. I'm going through the approval process, because, you know, they have a process that you have to go through, and then I'll put it on my Etsy store. So it'll be $4.99. What month is it going out? It's going out this coming Saturday, Freaky. This coming Saturday. And Lindsay, if that's something that you guys want, I can put a PayPal button on the website when I release the when I do the release post. I can do that for you if you would like. But there's no way for me to do it at Good Loops, or, you know, on Etsy or anything like that. I don't think that there's a way that I can do that. But that's a good idea. if people want to donate extra money to her. I had to resubscribe to Disney Plus for Mando and see. Yeah. I got Disney Plus with Verizon because I'm a Verizon customer, and next month I finally have to start paying for Disney Plus. Boo. So buying it on the 30th is too late to help with donations. No. The entire first month of donations, whatever, I'll take it out of my pocket because Lovecrafts runs a month behind with their payouts. So on the 7th of December, I will look at Lovecrafts and see what the payout is going to be from the sales for the pattern, and I'll pull that out of my own money and put it in, and Etsy's should be coming in, and if there's any left over, then I'll do the same thing for that. And at Good Loops, we pay out our affiliates. We pay those out on the 25th of every month. So I'll have a couple days of sales for Good Loops where I'll do the same thing as well. So if you want to wait until the 30th, that's perfectly fine. We'd also argue about who was paying for lunch. Put your purse away and your money's no good here, were regular comments. Oh, that's sweet. Oh, hi, Amy. Thank you. I'm very glad to see you guys too. Well, I may not see you, but I am very, very glad to be here. It's been a really long time. I've never taken that long off of work before. It was definitely not okay. At all. Not okay. I didn't like it. And I also lost 12 pounds, and it is a diet that I do not recommend. 100% do not recommend it at all. I need to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I need to go one more. One more, I think. I'm kind of glad you can't see me in this mess of yarn barf. Oh, me too. Bless your heart. But I'm so sorry. I have sympathy for you, friend. I do. So what are you making? I am making a dishcloth is what I'm making. I started, this was the first one that I made. Kind of looks kind of oblong, but you know, whatever. I like it. And I was just testing out the pattern to see if I liked it, the idea, you know, I was just testing it out. And then I decided to go and do this. And of course, I can't ever make anything just simple. Can't ever make anything simple. So then I made this one. And it's got so much detail that my camera is not liking it at all. But then I made that one. So I'm going to make another one of these because it's so stinking pretty. I don't know if they're going to use them. I do not know if they're going to use them, but we're going to try. Maybe. But yeah, that's it. That's what I'm making. I'm making a dishcloth. I was making a dish towel out of this yarn. I just frogged it. I was doing front post stitches with it and realized that I was probably going to have to use 3 more balls of yarn to finish that sucker, to actually get it to, with the stitch that I was using, to get it to dish towel length. And I went, no. I'm on a kick with dishcloths. Seriously, they're super fast, very satisfying, they're useful, plus they're good for Christmas gifts. And we have that coming up soon. Really like that second one, thank you. I really like it too. That's very pretty. I'd totally use it to wash my kit. John. Lord. Well, I mean, technically, they're you know, you make them to use them. You know, I have the, I don't know where it is. I think it's over on the table over there. I made one using Tina's heart pattern, her mosaic heart pattern, made a dishcloth, and it was just a little square, so I just kept building and building and building on it on my own, and I was making it for me to have a dishcloth, and by the time I got finished with it, I was like, I can't do my dishes with this. I can't do it. The last one we saw was all slip stitches. Yes, the last one you saw was this one. Woo! All slip stitches in the back, and my camera hates this. I do not know why. Slip stitch in the back loop. All the way across. That was fun. I really like that. I'm so close to having a... Want me to time them out? No, that's okay. Yes, we missed each other. I'm so close to finally having a real craft area. I just need to finish cleaning the office area of the living room where my mom had her sewing. I can't wait. Oh, that's exciting, Dee. That's exciting. Getting your first, like having a truly honest to goodness craft area. Oh, I'm so excited for you. So much fun. So much fun. It's a game now. How much can you get Seth to say before she realizes? It's hard. Y'all are mean to me. You honest to goodness are. Like, John, just so you know, I stopped reading Freaky's comments out loud years ago because of that. Just so you know, in case you were wondering. Because it got to a point where, like, it was a game with Freaky to see what he could make me say and then make me blush. Soon there were 4 people. She reads everything before commenting, right? Meanies, meanies, meanies. Pecan. Pecan. That's right. I say pecan. And I don't care what anybody says about it. Oh, what's the saying that I always have to say for Leanne? I drove my orange vehicle somewhere. Hello, Holly. Welcome. My orange vehicle. Ah, oh, the gooberness. That was very funny. Yeah. I mean, it was funny, but my goodness. Are we going to have another pronunciation lesson? I hope not. I mean, that is not what I'm trying to do. Just trying to keep everybody happy. Vehicle. Gonna go get in my orange vehicle. Oh. Dee said, plus mom still had a ton of fabric, so I'm going to learn how to sew small things on top of my yarn, finally having a home. That's awesome. It's very awesome. It is so awesome to have a craft room. Like a dedicated space for your crafty stuff where you can just go like your happy place. Honest to goodness. It is. It's super awesome. Cannot express. Vehicle. Oh, I already commented on that. Hang on, y'all. I just gotta get back into the swing of things. It's funny, the slang with the accents. Yes. Yes, it is. There was a time in my life where I worked really, really, really hard to cover up my Southern accent. I mean, really, really hard, where I tried to cover up my Southern accent. But then at some point, I just reached a point where I didn't care. So I quit it. Starting my third trip through chart 1 of my traditional queen. Ooh, fun, fun. That's a big old project. It's a really big old project. Yeah, come on. There's a bunch of people working on the queen. Been seeing lots of photos coming out about them. Wait, did I chain? Yes. What does it mean if you have a dedicated craft room, but there is still stuff all over your other rooms too? It means that you're a happy person. I've been lost without my crafting office. I hope to have it back in the new place in about 3 weeks. Oh, we'll be thinking good things for you. We'll be thinking very good things for you. John sleeps between 2 a.m. and 7 a.m. My mail carrier just delivered my mail. It's 8:30 p.m. here. Wow, that is late. Hello, Petra. Welcome. I'm still waiting on the rest of my yarn 4 weeks later. Listen, the postal services are not doing well, you guys, keeping up with stuff. They just they are not at all. I just finished my Havana and will soon start the Queen Cow. Ooh, fun. Mosaic can be fun once you get into the rhythm of it. And anyone I've missed lurking? Yes, hello lurkers. Hello. Oh, it's only 6:34. Can't talk about food yet, which is such a bummer. Snowballs are cold. They are. They're very cold. We had, oh, that was the only upside to me getting stuck on bed rest. We had a massive winter storm move in Monday night, and it was here until Wednesday night. It was really bad. We got lots of snow, lots of ice. It was not okay, and I slept through the vast majority of it, or tried to, anyways. And I didn't have to go out and do anything. So that was nice. Because, you know, I'm from the south. I'm from a tropical climate. I don't do well in the snow and the ice. Well, snow is one thing. Driving on snow is one thing. Driving on ice is a completely different thing, and I don't like it. Antoinette said, I'm lurking here. Oh, the sunny coast of Queensland. It's spring for you guys. Or wait, is it going into summer? Because it's winter. Well, I mean, technically, I guess it's still autumn here. Boo. Sadly, U.S. Postal Service isn't my Lovecraft yarn. Sat at the distribution center here for 13 days. I was not happy. That's bad. Wow, that is not okay. That's not okay at all. Come here. 30 degrees Celsius here, hottest day since 2016. Yes, it is spring here. Oh, it's Mary Jane. I'm lurking but need to know what you're working on. I'm making a dishcloth. I'm gonna make another one like this for my babies. Can you hold it up like that? Let me see if I can. It's got bobbles, and then a fancy border that probably shouldn't have gone on there because seriously, who wants to wash their dishes with this? I don't know. I do not know. Let me see. Ooh. Kara just placed her order for her yarn. Ah, Kara, I'm so excited for you. But you know what? That's a popular color. That's a popular color. You're the second person to buy the yarn in that color. I don't even know if Kara's here. I'm assuming that she is lurking there somewhere. She's normally quiet. But thank you, Kara. Thank you for your order. I'll get it out to you tomorrow. Should be there in time for release. I would think so. I love the dishcloths. Me too. Me too. It's 91 degrees Fahrenheit there. Oh. Oh, the envy. The envy that I have for you. I'm not a winter person at all, you guys. I am not. I never, ever have been. I know there were only 8 left. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so excited for you. That's a beautiful color. I'm excited to see it in that color. I'm excited to see it in all of the colors that people are buying. I always made 2 scrubbies for all the people I home and pet sat for. Yes, yours is too pretty. It's a small one. It is too pretty, isn't it? I mean, honestly, it's just way too stinking pretty. Oh, let me count. Let me count. Let's see how many do I have? 1, 2. I don't remember. It's been so long. I haven't crocheted in 2 weeks. No, 3 weeks, you guys. It's been 3 weeks since I have crocheted anything at all. How horrible is that? I also think that that's the longest that I've ever gone without crocheting. I was super busy, and then we had things going on at work and was busy at work, so I didn't have time to crochet while I was at work, and then I got sick, and I just didn't have the energy or the will to do it. There we go. Dum dum. All right, we're back to it. Thank you for allowing me that moment to pause. Oh, some days I hate my spelling, but wow. Oh, thank you, Ida. Thank you very much. So, oh gosh, we still have 19 minutes. Mercy. See, like I said, I haven't done anything with crochet. I need to. I need to really bad. Because I have one design that is sitting out there that has actually already been tested, but I need to film the tutorials for it. It's the next installation for Yaya's Charms. So I need to film the tutorial for that so I can release that, which means that I'm going to have to crochet it over. And it's been forever. Forever. I stopped it. They had just got finished testing it when Russell's shawl came up, and then I needed to do the video tutorials for Russell's shawl, so I put that project on the back burner, and right at the tail end of Russell's shawl was when this came to me. So it got put on the back burner, unfortunately. But now it's time for me to let it out, because a couple people have been asking me. Somebody said that they've already made 12 Jean Anns. 12 of them. Bless their hearts. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm so glad that you enjoy that pattern. But that's a lot. That's a lot of them. Oh, Ida's given us permission to talk about food. Oh, Ida. Okay, so what is everybody having for dinner tonight? I really don't care what you're having for dinner tonight. I just want to tell you about what I'm having for dinner. No, I'm joking. No, really though, I do. I do want to tell you. Because I have been waiting to make this meal again for over 2 weeks. I started it the Sunday that I started getting really bad sick. I started it, and then I was still gonna go ahead with it, and the patrons yelled at me. For those of you who don't know, most Sundays I hang out in an open Zoom meeting with the patrons. They're either watching me work or doing behind the scenes stuff, or sometimes I'm just sitting on my couch crocheting and chit-chatting with them. But most of the time on Sundays, unless I have something going on to where I take the Sunday off from work, I'm with the patrons. Even when I'm sick, because even through all of this mess, I still managed to be able to log in and spend just a little bit of time with them, even though they were all telling me that I needed to go back to bed. Yay, clear fluid that's not Pedialyte. Super excited about it. Super excited about it. Thank you for coming to hang out, Melissa. So, about a month, 5 weeks ago now, I did something very un-Italian. And it was because I was craving spaghetti and meatballs. But I was at work, and I did not want to come home and make said spaghetti and meatballs. Because, again, I'm Italian. Now, I do cheat, and I use pre-made pasta. I prefer homemade fresh pasta, but I do cheat. But I make my own sauce. I make my own meatballs. That's just who I am, because that's what you do. Well, that night, I was really tired. It had been a heck of a day at work, and I just really wanted spaghetti and meatballs. So the last hour that I was at work, I was on YouTube and I was watching all kinds of different spaghetti and meatball recipes on YouTube. And I ended up taking a whole bunch of them and mashing them up. You guys, I mean, okay, it was the best spaghetti I've ever eaten in my life, and I broke every rule ever for myself. I went to the store and I bought frozen meatballs. I hate frozen meatballs. So I spent the extra like $3 or $4 to buy the good meatballs, right? Because if I'm going to eat trash meatballs, then I'm going to get the expensive, good quality ones, right? Which, by the way, they were okay the first night, but when you were eating leftovers, then I really started to taste them and I didn't like them. Then I bought a can of Newman's Own, or a jar of Newman's Own marinara sauce. I do not do that. I don't. I make my own sauce, but again, it takes hours and I didn't want to. So I bought it, right? So what I did was in my Instant Pot, I poured in the whole bag of frozen meatballs. And then from Better Than Bouillon, if you guys don't know what Better Than Bouillon paste is, oh, and if you can't get it where you live, I am so sorry, okay? But I will never use any other stock again. I made 3 cups of beef stock from Better Than Bouillon. Poured that over the frozen meatballs. Then, again, here comes another clutch my pearls. I broke my pasta in half, my spaghetti pasta, broke it in half and put it so it would fit into the Instant Pot. Then I dumped the jar of Newman's Own over the top of it. I did not mix anything, just dumped it over. And then I set it for 8 minutes. Set the Instant Pot for 8 minutes. When I opened the Instant Pot, I stirred everything up. It was all super hot and bubbly and it was perfectly cooked just fine. And I added half a cup of heavy cream because I've taken to, the older I get, the more I can't take the acid from just the regular red sauce. So I'm mixing in heavy cream all the time with my red sauce. So I put that in, but I also, when I was at the store, I got a little block of Boursin shallots and chives cheese. It's over in the fancy cheese section, not over with like the sliced cheese and the cream cheese and all that. It's over by the specialty ones. Shallots and chives. And I took that and it's a really, really, really soft, crumbly cheese. I took that, dumped it in there, mixed it all in, and then when I tell you that I made myself a plate of pasta, I mean, I made myself a plate of pasta. And every single time, thank goodness my Aunt Jean Ann is at Bible study. Every single bite that I took, I said a bad word. Every single one until the entire plate was gone, I said a bad word. All the way to the end. And I was so looking forward to it, and I was so sick on that Sunday when I got up. But listen, I was making meatballs. And I was late to getting on Zoom with the patrons, and I sent them a message, and I have meatballs still out on my counter that were uncooked because I was standing there trying to cook them. But I've had those meatballs in my freezer for over 2 weeks now. And now that I'm better, I'm gonna make that again, only with my meatballs, because I hate frozen meatballs. I really, really dislike them. I really do. So I'm super, super happy about it because, oof, it is good. It is good, 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 you guys. You just do not know. The best spaghetti I have ever had in my life, and I would not lie to you. I would not steer you the wrong way. If you have an Instant Pot, you have to try it. You absolutely have to. Would it be rude to ask for 3 more hours of live and then run away? Honey, I have got to eat at some point tonight. Don't you want me to eat? I mean, my goodness, I've hardly eaten anything in over 2 weeks. Don't you want me to eat at some point? You want to do a mukbang? You want me to go run in there and set my Instant Pot and then come back, and then after it's all done, I can sit here and I can eat my spaghetti in front of you? The patrons get mukbangs with me all the time. Bless their hearts. But I think our patron Zoom meetings tend to run for a really, really long time. So a lot of the times the patrons are sitting there eating too. We eat dinner together. We do. Kind of hang out, eat dinner together, spend the day together. I'm eating chips, so I don't mind. I'm sure others would mind. That sounds amazing, but I'm having Mississippi pot roast with potatoes and carrots. Holly, have you seen that people are doing that with chicken breast now? Only they're putting it in the oven. They're not cooking it in the crock pot. They're putting it in the oven, but you do everything the same way as you do for Mississippi pot roast. You just do it with chicken breasts, and you put them in the oven until the chicken breasts are done. I have not tried it yet, but I want to. Believe you me, I want to. Patron Zooms last 3 days. They do sometimes, don't they? I wished I lived closer to you. I would cook your meatballs for you so you could stay on. Oh, Amy, you're so kind. But if you don't like frozen meatballs, your meatballs are already in the freezer, so that means that they're frozen. But they're my frozen meatballs. They're mine. There's a big difference between my meatballs and the pre-made ones that you can buy at the store. My meatballs are glorious. A whole lot of bad decisions that I have, Antoinette asked me what inspired you to move to New Mexico. A whole lot of bad decisions that I have decided was God's plan for me. Because there's no other reason for it. We had pork chops with green beans and some mushroom gravy. Amy, I just had that night before last. And on the bottom of the pan, you lay out a layer of sliced mushrooms and then put pork chops on top of them and then cover that, or the pork chops on top of the mushrooms with quartered red potatoes, and then cover all of that with cream of mushroom soup, and then stick it in the oven and cook it until it's almost done, and then take fresh green beans and put those over the top and cook it for like 10 more minutes, and then throw on the French's fried onions and leave it in there for about 5 more minutes. Girl, I am telling you, I ate that for dinner Saturday night, and then I ate it for lunch yesterday, and I ate it for dinner last night. Good, girl, good. Was not my idea. Was not my idea. But it turned out gloriously. I love it. Oh, it's so good. I've done it with chicken in the crock pot, and it tastes delicious. Oh, I gotta try it. I gotta try it with the chicken. And it's so crazy that pork chop, you know, it's literally a one-pan meal. Just a one-pan meal. It's so good. So very good. Well, there's Anne Marie. Hello. Welcome. Her class finished early, so she gets to hang out with us. We did not do the onions, but the rest of it, absolutely. I love the French fried onions. I do. I love them so much. Love those little things. It was very, very, very yummy. Highly recommended. Somebody told me that I was just hungry because I hadn't been able to eat anything in 2 weeks, but that's not the truth. It was really good. That was me leaving the onions out. The onions went in at the end. Super fast after work, yeah. And very easy cleanup. Super easy cleanup. If you use one of those disposable pans, you ain't even got to wash dishes. Well, pans, pots and pans anyways, because it's all there. Oh, how many rows is that? I lost my count on my rows. Which is not good, because I'm trying to keep them even. Ah, well, it is what it is. It's handmade. It's not going to be perfect, right? And my children are not as OCD as I am. They'll never know. They'll never know. Oh. Let's see. What else? What else did I watch? Oh, Netflix has a new movie called Holiday. Total chick flick. Total chick flick. But if you just need a chick flick to watch, Holiday's cute. Very cute. Hello, my Aunt Jean Ann. There's my Aunt Jean Ann. Miss you so much. Oh, Veronica. Veronica's home and she had dinner. Her mama made mole. It's not perfect. It's a cloth. I know. I know it. I made boxed macaroni and cheese with tuna last night and I almost put it in a bowl. I'm a bachelor again, so I ate it straight from the pan. I used to do that when I was younger, and still every now and then I crave it. I would make boxed mac and cheese and put a can of tuna in it and then put a can of peas in it, and I would eat it. Now that I'm a grown-up, I make honest-to-goodness tuna casserole, but every now and then I still get a craving for that particular tuna casserole. Ugh. I watched that Friday night, freaked myself out when they got to Halloween, and I nearly ran to the door looking for kids. Yeah, Holiday was a really, really cute movie. It really was. I really enjoyed that. And I think that that's all that I watched. I slept. I slept as much as I could. The washcloth you made is gorgeous. I would use it to leave the dishes to dry. I actually think that these will probably end up being like trivets for them to put, you know, like casserole dishes on or something like that. That's what I think these are going to end up being. Because they're not pot holders. Because the holes are too big for them to be pot holders. They'll end up hurting themselves. At one point, I was trying to do one with back loop only slip stitches, and I have not been able to figure that out yet, but maybe I will. And if I can get that one going, then the holes will be small enough that it can be used as a pot holder. Oh, drink water. No, I'm drinking Sprite. Does anybody else have that stupid little app on their phone that reminds them to drink water? I have to have one. So raise your hand if you were eating the candy that you did not give out for Halloween. I didn't buy any candy for Halloween because I was going to be at work for Halloween. And I'm very thankful for it because I didn't want to deal with like germ incubators. That's how I look at humans these days. Little incubators or big incubators of germs just everywhere. I don't want to be around anybody. Nobody. I have been binge watching on Prime Downtown Abbey, Mr. Robot, Jack Ryan. I love Downton Abbey. I've watched from episode 1 all the way to the end. I know a good 7-8 times at least. I love Downton Abbey, and it never gets old for me, ever. The pot holder needs to be double layered. Yes, I agree. I agree. It does. Let's see. Yeah, I haven't had any candy. I haven't had anything. Oh no, that's a fib. I ate a blueberry muffin because yesterday we had to do inventory and Pat brought me blueberry muffins. So I ate a blueberry muffin yesterday. But other than that, I really haven't had any sweets in weeks, which is odd. Strange for me. I haven't had any caffeine in over 2 weeks. No coffee in over 2 weeks. Yeah. Yeah. It's weird, I know. Daisy, the kitchen maid from Downton, is in the Queen's Gambit. Yep, she is. She is. Why does that seem like it's so big? Oh well, we're just gonna go with it. I ugly cried a few times with Downton. Yeah, just a little bit. But it's worth it. So what is it? It's not this coming Sunday, it's the following Sunday. The Crown. The Crown comes back. Don't nobody bother me. I think I might have a special Zoom meeting for binging it. I'm toying with it with the patrons to just set up my iPad and all of us binge watch The Crown if you're going to binge watch The Crown. But if you're not going to binge watch The Crown, I don't want you coming into the Zoom meeting and trying to be chitty chatty because we're business is happening. We're watching The Crown. John will probably come in and be all obnoxious. I'm baking cookies sometimes this week. Ooh, yummy. Uncle Roger is eating all the candy. He bought only the kind he likes just in case. I said, what? You're not going to turn the porch light? You're not going to turn on the porch light? Oh. My Uncle Roger loves chocolate, you guys. My Uncle Roger is a fiend for chocolate. He is. I think there's a squirrel on my roof. It's kind of freaking me out if I'm being honest. I hope it's a squirrel. It's like a scratchy scratch up on my roof. Maybe it's birds. I don't know. I'm just going to ignore it. We're not going to talk about it. I'll come in and just squeak my hook. Ugh. 2 more motifs to go. What are you making, Kim? Yeah, John would just be talking about his pet mouse. I know. We'll all be sitting there trying to watch The Crown, taking breaks at the same time. All of us surrounded by food within arm's reach so we don't have to go anywhere. John's going to be there going, oh, there's Raphael. A squirrel at this hour? Well, honey, it's only 7 o'clock here. And maybe it's La Chupacabra. La Chupacabra. I don't know. What if there is and nobody is wearing it? I don't understand what you're saying, Ida. Every now and then you hear a BB gun. Yeah. I don't know what it is. We heard it yesterday too when we was in here doing inventory. In the same spot. But I will tell you that when I had that that window unit over there because it was so hot in here, scared the fire out of me. There was a squirrel that was like this big. I am not exaggerating, you guys, okay? Like that sucker was massive. And I thought somebody was trying to break in to my house because it was the middle of the day. I thought somebody was trying to break in. So I'm over there at that window and I'm pulling the curtain just ever so slowly, and there he is. Massive, massive squirrel. And I'm like, hey, get down. And he looks at me like, lady, what are you going to do? And he was right. Nothing, because I'm not going up against that sucker. He was huge. Mm-mm. Not happening. John, I'm from the South, but I ain't that Southern. It ain't happening, buddy. So sorry. Come on. Some other crazy stuff that happened. Crazy stuff happened. Oh, I got the promotion at work. Finally, it came through. So as of Saturday, I am no longer a contracted temporary employee. I am a full-on state employee. And I got a promotion, and I still get to keep my same hours. So that's happy time. So that was good. No, you don't, John. Stop it. You just bought your first Instant Pot. Quit lying. Use a lie and the devil's inside you. When I was in college, a squirrel chewed through my window screen and came into my room. Ugh! You had to get sick to get the promotion? No, I actually got the promotion. When did I get it? 2 weeks ago? I think. 2 weeks ago, like well, I guess I was sick. Yeah. Yes, I was sick. Yeah, so I guess you're right, Freaky. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Kim, why are you crying? Kim is crying, and I don't understand. Now all I can see is a squirrel with a plate asking for more, please. That sucker is huge. I've named him Bill. You know, I never got into that show. I tried. I tried to get into it because everybody was watching it and everybody said it was so funny, but I couldn't. Could not get myself into it. Thank you all for the congratulations. It was a long time. It was a long wait. But it finally happened. Ooh, I need to stretch out my leg. But it's chilly down there. Oh, hair. Where did you come from? There you are. Okay. Sorry. I'm not a big Lucifer person. While I was sick, I also tried to watch the Netflix series The Worst Witch because It had Lady Mormont, Lady Mormont from Game of Thrones. She's the lead actor in the series, and I could not make myself stay with it. I could not get down with it. I tried for her, but I couldn't. Yeah. Coming out nice. Little balls, little perky balls, except for that one. That one's not looking very perky. Perk up. There you go. All right. Now we're better. Perky bubbles. Wonder how many rows did I do? Oh. Okay. I'm trying to remember what all I did. Steel Magnolias is the movie with Julia Roberts. Sweet Magnolias is the series on Netflix. Truth, and Sweet Magnolias was awesome. Very, very awesome. Hello, Rose. Welcome. Yes, you've made it. We still have 45 minutes, so there is plenty of time. A new version of The Worst Witch is not the same, even though it's just... Listen, speaking of new version, I've wiped it out of my brain, but Netflix redid Alfred Hitchcock's Rebecca. I was unhappy because the original from like the 50s movie Rebecca is one of my favorite movies. My favorite movie is Gone with the Wind. Close second is Full Metal Jacket. Rebecca is right behind that. I love the movie Rebecca. And I fought and I fought and I fought because I thought, how dare you? How dare you try? But then I went, okay, maybe they just modernized it. Maybe they just modernized it. Maybe they didn't change anything. It's going to be okay. Steph, just go into it with an open mind and just watch it. You love the story, just go and watch it. I hate the changes that they made. I hate the changes that they made. I do not like it at all. I was so unhappy. So unhappy. It was not okay. Don't recall it. It's called Rebecca. And it is a wonderful, wonderful story. And you know, it's back in the time, you know, of old Hollywood actors where everything was so over dramatic and just, oh, it's great. It's so great, honestly. It is. If you haven't seen the original, you got to try and find it somewhere. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but you got to try and find it, because the new one, like all of the people that are saying that they like the new one, the only reason that they like the new one is because they don't know any better. Plain and simple. They just don't know any better because they're youngins and they didn't pay attention. I wanted to watch Rebecca since I love the book. Maybe I won't because I hate it when they change stuff. They changed major stuff. Major stuff. But the original movie for it, good. Very, very, very good. But this new one, I say nay. I say nay, nay. You do that dramatic thing oh too well. I know. I know. I work on it. The movie or the TV version of books is never the same. There's always a change. They leave things out or they add things in. You know, that's true. I will, however, say that I've read all of the Outlander books, and I really, really, really like. You can tell when an author is involved in something. Like with Game of Thrones, they did cut a lot of stuff out, but you can really tell on Game of Thrones when George Martin stopped working with them and moved away. You can, like, it's a, for the people that have actually read the books and have been fans of the story for years and years and years, it is a very distinct line. You can see exactly when George stopped working with them. And with Outlander, Diana works closely with them, and there are very, very small things that are changed from the book. There's things that are left out, of course, because there's only so much time, but I really enjoyed how they did it. The same goes for the White Queen, the White Princess, and the Spanish Princess on Stars as well. Those were books that were written by Philippa Gregory. I love her. Philippa Gregory is the one that wrote the books, The Other Bowling Girl, and there's a whole series. People don't realize that that book is part of a series, and they made The Other Bowling Girl into a movie, but that whole series of books is great, and the White Queen and the White Princess are part of a series, so they follow with each other, and they went right along with the books. Great series. And the Spanish Princess is also going along with the books, and they are doing really, really well with it. Really, really well with it. I like them a lot. I did not like the movie, The Other Bowling Girl, because they changed a lot of stuff in it. I was very unhappy with the changes that they made, because they put some things in there that were rather horrendous that Philippa didn't write in the story, and they were horrible. Absolutely horrible. And they did not need to be there. The only reason that they put them there was to add more drama. And I'm like, really? It's the story of Anne Boleyn. Henry VIII and Anne Boleyn, it's nothing but drama. You didn't need to add anything else to it. I was so angry with that movie because that's not how she wrote it. Oh, now they're talking about cartoons. Oh. Okay, I'm off my soapbox now, I promise. Oh, and by the way, there were no elves at Helm's Deep. Okay, now I'm done. Okay, I'm done. I promise. I promise. Unless somebody starts me up again. And then I cannot be held responsible for what happens. But I think I'm done. I'm going to try to be done. Honestly. So how about them Steelers? It's going to open up a can of worms. Suddenly, all of the football fans are going to come out of the woodwork screaming. Probably wasn't the best choice of words for me. Why is this thing stuck there? I don't want you there. Stop it. Helm's Deep? Yes, Helm's Deep in Lord of the Rings, which was also books before they were made into movies. Someone quick pull the ripcord starter up again. See, Ida gets me. Ida's right there with me, okay? Ida knows. Alright, now, Kim, now you can do that thing that you do. Now you can do that. Oh. And another thing. What? No elves? No. In the books, there were no elves at Helm's Deep. There were not. And in the movie, they put elves at Helm's Deep. I was in the theater. And thank God I was in the theater. You know, most people back then, Lord of the Rings wasn't as big. And, you know, everybody that I knew at that time, I knew one person who knew what Lord of the Rings was. One person. And I looked at him. We were both at work, and I looked at, or he said something about he was going to the premiere of the first one, and I went, "You're a Tolkien fan?" And he went, "Heck yeah, I am." I said, "Can I go with you?" Like, I invited myself out to go watch the movie with him. Ugh. But I was in the theater, and thank goodness I wasn't the only one that was super, super, because I went to go see all of the movies in the theater because you have to. And I was screaming at the television or not the television, at the screen with everybody else going, "Why are there elves at Helm's Deep?" Philippa Gregory was on a few episodes of Time Team. She is a good historian also. She is. She is. That thing. Send her food photos. Oh, no! Don't send me photos of tripe. Don't do it to me. I don't even know why you would want to do that to me. Mean. Mean, I say. And you call yourself my friends. Rude. Alright. Coming from this side. Where'd my thing go? Come here. Come here. Come here. Alright. Here we go. Dallas is going to win against the Steelers. Anthony, I'm going to have Kim mute you for cussing in front of my Aunt Jean-Ann. What was his name? Wasn't he there? Legolas? Yeah, Legolas was there, but they had all the elves at Helm's Deep in the movie. And that was not the case. That was not the thing. Sorry, John can't come to the keyboard right now. We will talk to you tomorrow and you can fill me in. Yes, I will. Absolutely, I shall. Anthony was timed out by Kim. That's what he gets for cussing in front of my Aunt Jean-Ann like that. He don't need to be, don't nobody need to be talking like that in front of my Aunt Jean-Ann. I'm probably dating myself, but did you ever watch the Hobbit cartoon about 40 years ago? No, I was 40 years ago, so I don't know about the Hobbit cartoon. I was raised on that cartoon version of The Hobbit. Oh, I'm so sad that I missed it, that I have no idea. I really do love Tolkien. Wait a minute, you're from South Carolina. Why aren't you a Panthers fan? My daddy is from Pittsburgh. I have always been a Steelers fan. Way before South Carolina had a football team. Or North Carolina, rather. Panthers aren't even South Carolina. Just because it's Carolina at the end of it, suddenly everybody's got to be a Panthers fan. No, that's not how it works. It's a movie? Oh, I'll have to look for it. I have all of the Lord of the Rings. I have the trilogy, the extended cuts, and I have all of the Hobbit movies. I love them. I do love them. I'll have to look for that. I wonder if it's anywhere streaming where I can watch it. Probably not. I just saw on the Roku that all of the Hunger Game movies are coming to Roku at the end of the month. So I'll be able to binge watch all the Hunger Games. It's been a long time since I've done that. I just found your channel. I'm from South Carolina too, if you don't mind me asking what part. Well, hello, Jessica. I am from Beaufort, South Carolina. It is my hometown. Home of Paris Island. Hello, Haunted Gamer. Welcome. And Joan Miller. Hello. Joan Miller's from South Carolina too. Look at how much family is in this chat tonight, y'all. Listen, look at it. How exciting. People at work make fun of me because if somebody comes in, if a driver comes in and they're from South Carolina, Georgia, or North Carolina, I'm like, listen, we're practically family. Can I hug you? Or I did before the pandemic. Now I just tell them that I want to hug them, but I shan't because they need to stay on the other side of the barrier. But I want to. You can stream the Hobbit cartoon movie on YouTube. Oh, okay. Thank you, Terry. 3 hours north of me. Haunted Gamer is in Wyoming. I have a little brother that's in Rollins, Wyoming. 30-minute warning. Ugh, where has our time gone? See, y'all got me on a tangent and I blew 30 minutes of our time. I'm giving John more crochet time. From Union, hello! From Union, South Carolina. My precious. I tell my Aunt Jean Ann that all the time when I'm sitting out in the parking lot going into work. We hates it, precious. We hates it. Hulu also has a lot of old movies on it too. I'll check. I'll try to find them. Soapbox ate up our time. It's not just my time, it's our time. I went on a tangent and poof, a half hour was gone. Just that quick. Poof. Can't let me go on tangents, y'all. What are you making? I am making a dishcloth. I am making, sitting there, and it's going to be, my camera goes out of focus whenever I'm, because it doesn't like all of the texture, but that's what it's going to be. Hold it up in the other screen for you. That's what it's going to be. It's just a dishcloth. Just a simple dishcloth. Hello, Affordably Crafty. An hour from Myrtle Beach. Oh, I used to go to Myrtle Beach all the time back in the day when the boardwalk was actually there. Yeah, it's changed a lot. I also say we hates it precious about weaving in ends. Me too. Oh, did I just mess up? No, I did not. Good. Very good. We can't let you go on tangents. Like we have any control of that. Well, I mean, listen. It's like an unspoken rule that I can't talk about food before 7, before midway. I abide by that. You had to give me special permission tonight. For simple, it looked lumpy and bumpy to me. Lumpy and bumpy. What's the pattern? It's just something that I made up in my head. It's just a doodle that I went through. Maybe I'll write it up. Maybe I won't. I forget about things a lot. Maybe I'll write it up. Testing. Oh gosh. John's been muted for everybody that has just shown up because he said something that was that was very bad. He basically cussed in front of my Aunt Jean Ann, and we don't put up with that in here. So he got muted. Yeah, don't hardly go there anymore. We really only go during off season. Yeah, I don't enjoy Myrtle Beach these days at all. It's been years since I've enjoyed going to Myrtle Beach. It's just not the same anymore. Ugh. My hair keeps swinging over. I cut my hair today and I messed up and I cut my top layer too short. And it's swinging over in my face and it's tickling my nose. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. We hates it, Precious. Thank you so much, Jessica. I tried to make a simple dishcloth and it didn't turn out that way. Didn't turn out that way at all. I don't know if I want to repeat John's story. Those of you who are alive, if you want to read John's story, you can, but I don't trust him any longer, so I have no idea what's fixing to come out of his mouth. That means Anthony is back too? Oh wait, Anthony was the one that... Was it Anthony that cussed in front of my Aunt? I think they both cussed in front of my Aunt Jean Ann. Both said awful things in front of my Aunt Jean Ann. Like the enforcer. Well, it's just that you're quick on the trigger, Kim. I love you for it. Yeah, the crime is really bad in Myrtle Beach nowadays. And like I said, they tore the boardwalk down. The boardwalk isn't there anymore. All of that stuff is gone. Not there anymore. I prefer going to Gatlinburg anyways. I know that I'm an ocean girl. I love the beach. But I prefer going to Gatlinburg. I love Gatlinburg. Come, will you work with me? Thank you. Anthony Costi mentioned the D word. He did. He did. I've already forgotten what I blocked. What I asked for. Oh, that's right. John complained about Tolkien. We're not friends anymore, John, by the way, because I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. I don't need that around my aura. Just spray you down. I don't need that mess around me. That's some horrible stuff right there. Oh. Anywho, Gatlinburg is one of my favorite places to go. I really do enjoy going to Gatlinburg. Even though I'm not a mountain person. Oh, let me correct that. I like to go to Gatlinburg in the summer. Well, hello, Miss Pat. It's not as family oriented anymore and they don't have the pavilion anymore. Exactly. She needs to prefer coming to Florida. We miss you there. Oh, I know. I know. If I get a chance for a vacation, listen, I was supposed to be there next month. I was trying, okay? But the COVID. I was going to be there next month. I love you. I miss you. I really, really, really want to see you really, really, really bad. So, no, if I get a chance for a vacation, I'm going to Florida to go see my Aunt Jean Ann and Amy. Most definitely. But who knows when that's going to happen. They call it Dirty Myrtle. Yeah. It's not as nice as it used to be. At all. Not a fan of it anymore. It's not one of those places that I want to go. I'm okay with never going to Myrtle Beach again. Come here. Florida. Yes. Florida. The 904. That is where I will be going. I was supposed to be going there next month for Snowball Express. But 2020. Ugh. And with the way things are going, we may not. I don't know what's going to happen. They've already started canceling fiber festivals into next year. So I don't know what's going to happen with traveling at all. Which is good because I just, Saturday was my first day with the state, which means that I have 0 vacation time and all of that. So it will give me time to build up vacation time. But still. We'll see. We will see what happens. Fingers crossed for Denver. Praying and praying and praying for Denver. Y'all better be nice. It's my birthday month. Oh, Anthony. We muted you and it's your birthday month. How horrible. So sorry. Not really. That's what you get for cussing in front of my Aunt Jean Ann. I just pulled out my Minky's pants. It's chilly here. Oh, you're in Florida, Ruth. You want chili? Come hang out with me, honey. I'll give you chili. It's super chilly over here in the evenings when the sun goes down. It's gotten to the point in the spring and in the fall. It's really, really weird because it'll be hot during the day. And then as soon as the sun goes down, the temperature drops like 20 degrees instantly. As soon as the sun goes down. It's the craziest thing ever. Sorry, not sorry. No. Did you hear all that sarcasm? Yes. All of the sarcasm. It serves him right. You got to be careful. If you want to say things like that and not get muted, you're going to have to do it within the first hour while my aunt's at Bible study, because I will not stand for somebody to talk like that in front of my Aunt Jean Ann. We had snow over here. Oh, Aunt Marie, I'm so sorry. We had snow here too this past week. It was not okay. Highs in the 30s today with 40-mile-per-hour gusts in Massachusetts. Oof. Yuck. My Aunt Jean Ann is wearing long sleeves tonight. Ooh, that speaks volumes because my aunt is like me. Always has to have fans blowing on you. So that speaks volumes. Maybe it is. What is it? Hang on. Hang on. Let me look. Let me see. Oh, it's 54 degrees where my Aunt Jean Ann is. Bless your heart. It's going to be 48 degrees whenever you wake up, and ooh, you got a yucky week coming. You got nothing but rain for a full week. Yeah, on Thursday, all the way through. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. But look, you only got 2 days of the chili. That's all. Then you'll be back to okay. You're more than likely going to have to write a pattern for that washcloth, right? I am? You think? I hope she does. Well, I guess I'm going to have to make other ones and get actual balls of yarn, because this blue that I'm using, I can't remember what I did. They were all halvesies, like pieces of, I don't know how much I used. You know I won't allow the heater on in the house until January, February. I understand. understand. It's currently a lovely 24 degrees. I was not ready for this. Ooh. Ooh, and Terry said that it's going to be 40s in Pensacola. Ooh, that's just disrespectful. It is. It's just disrespectful. 2020. You know, I mean, that's the whole reason that you moved to Florida, you know, for the 2 days of winter. What's going on here, Mother Nature? Rude. It's ridiculous. It really is. No, Pat said that she made 12 quarts Saturday and had like 2 quarts left over. I missed what Freaky said Freaky made. I don't see it. I don't know what Freaky made. What y'all make? Can't believe I missed it. Sorry. So Jennifer and I will be back live on the Good Loops Facebook page tomorrow because I was not here. We did not have the lives over on the Good Loops Facebook page. So that is at, I gotta send Jennifer a reminder because our time changed. It's at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So I have to send her a reminder and remind her that we're jumping back an hour for her. Because we always get messed up when the time changes. Because she's in South Africa, so she doesn't have it. Oh, chili. No, I'm making spaghetti. I'm making my spaghetti. I'm super excited about it. Those meatballs have been sitting in my freezer for 2 weeks. I'm so excited to use them again. Or use them, period. Because I'm telling you, they were good when I first cooked them. I mean, I ate a few, even though I shouldn't have. I paid for it. But I did eat a few that day when I first made them. They were so good. I'm so excited. I think it's going to be a cold winter period. Bite your tongue. Hello, Phoenix. Welcome. Bite your tongue. How many rows this is? I don't know. I just do not know. No, I did not make chili. I said I hear it's good eating. Oh, here in the weather forecast. Yes, and potato soup, and potato and leek soup, and loaded baked potato soup, and split pea ham soup. You can say Eastern Standard Time again. We're back on standard. John, listen, you finally teased me. Please send me your meatball recipe. Okay, I will try to write it down for you, Aunt Jean. So, where was I going? Oh, John, you got me stuck on just saying Eastern. So, I'm not going to break myself of the habit. I finally got myself into the habit. I'm not going to break myself of the habit. You're not the boss of me. You don't tell me what to do. I made a huge pan of pasta bake last night. My son ate a quarter of it in one sitting and then had some for breakfast this morning. Lord have mercy, that must have been a good pasta bake. Man. Doesn't that make you happy when your kids do that? I love that. When you cook food and then you go in to, like clean up and there's none left. Oh, makes me so happy. Well, I'm not changing it now. I'm just going to say Eastern like I have been. It's Eastern time. It's just going to be the way it's going to be. Eastern. Is the hamburger and your meatballs interchangeable with venison? I don't know. I don't eat Bambi. I don't know. I use ground beef and ground pork in my meatballs. The key is the layers. You layer hamburger, then you layer your spices. Then you layer pork, then you layer more spices. Then you layer hamburger, then you layer spices. Then you layer your pork, then you layer spices until everything is, all of your meat is in the bowl, and then you mix everything up. It's the layering. Make sure that all of the spices get to all of the meat. Yes. I wish my kids ate food. All motifs join. Now 150 tails to weave in. Oh, did you make an Amy's Embrace wrap? What are you working on? Hello, Sean. I am working on a dish towel that looks, it will look like this when it is done. Like that. That's what it's going to look like. I don't know how it's going to taste for the fat content because venison is not as fatty. So you'll have to be super careful about them drying out. Dinosaur chicken, nuggets, french fries, potato chips, and pizza. Your own cooking made you... My own cooking did not make me sick. I was already sick before I ate the 2 meatballs. My own cooking did not make me sick. Stop it. You just got your privileges back. Oh, Kim. Oh, Kim, you did it. It's beautiful. Oh, all of you guys that can't see this. I'm sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I can't wait to see that blocked. Kim. Oh, it's so beautiful. You have been so busy. It's beautiful. Oh, I can't wait to see it when it's done, So, so, so pretty. It would kill the sausage taste. I don't put sausage in my meatballs. I put ground pork, not sausage. I'm working on cowls and infinity scarves. Ooh, fun. Kim did not post it to Facebook. She sent it to me via Messenger, and it is beautiful. It is glorious. I love it oh so much. It's beautiful. So this right here is Amy's Embrace. It is a shawl that is going to be released for sale, $4.99 on Saturday at goodloopsyarn.com, lovecrafts.com, and on my Etsy store. And it's designed as a triangular shawl, but it's a join as you go motif. So you can easily convert this into a wrap if you want to. And I knew that there were going to be people that would want to do that. So I kept that in mind when I was designing the border. And the border will easily adapt to going around a rectangle piece instead of a triangle as well. And that is what Kim did. Kim made a wrap, and it is beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I love it. You did so well, Kim. So well. 10-minute warning. I probably missed this, but are you using cotton? Yes, I am using Nurturing Fibers Eco Cotton. It's a hand-dyed yarn from South Africa that you can buy at goodloopsyarn.com. She knew I couldn't follow patterns. Well, I kept it in mind because I know that a lot of people don't like triangular shawls, and that people would want something that was a wrap. So if you like triangular shawls, you can make it as it's written. If you want to make a wrap, then you can figure it out. It won't be hard to do. I'm not going to do the math for you, but it's easy to do. It'll be super easy to do. Kim went rogue. Kim told me from the beginning that she was going to go rogue. So I knew that that was coming. I've just been waiting. And Kim probably needs to, Kim will probably want to block it before she posts a picture of it, because you can't really see the motifs. It really doesn't. She's using Eco Lush, which is the yarn that that it was designed in. It's a fingering weight yarn. So it's 60% cotton, 40% bamboo. So it does need to be blocked, because if you don't block it, then it kind of looks like circles instead of squares. That's where she's at. Wasn't going to do the border though. I don't think it would work with the color changes. I know. I don't know that there's... I was thinking that too when I was looking at the picture. I don't know how you would go about doing the border with that, unless you went for the darkest color. Or if you did magic knots and was able to get it to change right at the exact same time, but that's a whole lot more ends. But I mean, it would be cool if you could do it. Want to continue the shenanigans. Oh, Dee is back, and Dee is hitting her macros, and that means that we are getting closer to having to say goodbye for the evening. Thank you all so much for coming to hang out with me. A month is way too long. I've never gone a month without being here. And I was not okay. I missed you guys. So thank you so much for coming out to hang out with me. Don't forget that at 1 p.m. tomorrow, and the Good Loops Facebook page. If you don't follow the Good Loops Facebook page, you might want to think about that, because Jennifer and I will be live tomorrow. She's in Pretoria, South Africa, and I'm here in New Mexico. Don't forget about Amy's Embrace that goes up for sale on Saturday. If you're not part of the It's Crochet O'Clock Facebook group, you might want to think about that. Think about joining. I don't know what you're doing not being a part of it, because we have all kinds of fun there. All sorts of shenanigans take place there. I love you too, Aunt Jean Ann. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Oh, behind the scenes stuff, if you are not familiar with what Patreon is a website where where artists sign up, and it allows us to give you guys some special bonuses for a monthly pledge. There is a tier system there, so each tier has its own set of bonuses, and the higher you go up in tiers, the more bonuses you get, because you get everything from the tiers below, as well as your tiers bonus. So that's where I hang out with the patrons. They get to see all of the stuff that is coming. They get to see all of the stuff that most people don't get to see at all, because it never makes it out of my development stage, and I give up on it because I've decided that I do not like it anymore. They also get early releases of all of my patterns and all of my videos. The Amy's Embrace is going to be available to the general public on Saturday. The patrons got it this past Saturday. So they're already working on it, and they didn't have to buy it, because that's one of their perks, is they get my patterns. There's also behind the scenes stuff where you can see me filming, you can see the process of filming, You can watch me editing videos, all of that great stuff. So think about it. Think about it. Come over and hang out with us over on Patreon, because it's a good old time. I try my best to keep everybody updated there. And most of the time, every Sunday, we have a Zoom meeting. Most of the time, unless I schedule it away, we're doing something. Ask yourself why, right? Everybody's leaving. I say bye-bye. It's almost time. We have 4 minutes. And I'm playing Yarn Chicken. I wonder if I'm gonna make it all the way to the end. Who knows? Who knows if I'm going to make it all the way to the end. So excited. By the way, if you plan on making this and you want to start on Saturday when the pattern goes for sale, if you haven't gotten your yarn yet, you will need at minimum 8 balls of Eco Lush. You can buy that at goodloopsyarn.com. It's a fingering weight, and if you want to do full fringe like the version that is behind me, you will need 9 balls of Eco Lush. So you might want to get your order in so we can try and get that yarn to you as quickly as possible. If you put it in tonight or tomorrow before 11 a.m. Mountain Time, it will go out tomorrow. But after tomorrow, I cannot promise that it's going to be there on time with how the U.S. Postal Service has been going. I sent yarn to Terry a couple weeks ago, and it took her a week to get her yarn from New Mexico to Pensacola. I was so cranky. Everybody else's yarn was going just fine, but Terry's mail wasn't getting to her for some reason. I was just doing what she asked. Oh. Whoa. I got 2, so I need 7 more. Yep, if you want to make it, hopefully we've got the color in stock. Oh, and there goes Dee, posting the link for goodloopsyarn.com. Thank you so much. Make sure you right-click on the link, because we still have 2 minutes here. Oh, I'm going to lose at Yarn Chicken. I'll bet you I am just going to lose at Yarn Chicken. Oh, how horrible. How horrible will this be? I am just going to lose. Oh, I'm going to be unhappy. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to be like 3 bobbles short of making it to the end. Of course, because this is my life. Rude. Yeah, I'm not going to make it. Is it single bobble, single bobble, single? Yeah, I need 2 more bobbles. That's it. 2 more bobbles. I'm going to lose. Because my post office is incompetent. Anthony! Oh. Wait. I may not lose. I may not lose at Yarn Chicken. Oh. I may not, people. I may just have enough. Boom. Boom. Yes. Oh, isn't that a great feeling? Boom. I did it. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Alrighty then. I'm excited for the pattern. I am excited for you guys to get the pattern. Honest for truly, I am. Oh. Okie dokie, you guys. The end of our 2 hours has come. Are you sure the tails are... Yes? Stop making me nervous, Ida. Is willow a light green? Yes. Willow is a lighter green. Literally, you think of a willow, a weeping willow tree, that color green, that is exactly what willow is. Exactly what it is. I don't think I have any willows sitting up here right now. I don't. But that's what it is. All right, you guys. I will see you guys tomorrow if you come and hang out with the Good Loops Yarn live at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. If not, I will see you again Monday. Make sure you watch on the It's Crochet O'Clock website, because that's where I will put out the announcement. I'll pepper it across social media as well for when the pattern is finally up for sale. I cannot wait for you guys to have it. So thanks for hanging out with me. Really, 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 thanks for hanging out with me. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.